Champions League Sturm Graz vs Sporting Lisbon prediction, team news, lineups preview. Sturm Graz and Sporting Lisbon renew acquaintances when they meet in Klagenfurt in the Champions League on Tuesday night. The two were drawn together in the groups of the Europa League last season, with Sporting winning 2-1 when Sturm were allowed to play at their home venue in Graz. Match preview. A shock title success in Austria saw Sturm qualify for the Champions League for the first time in 24 years last season, but they have struggled on the step up to this level. Sturm lost their final 2 games in their group stage exit in 2000. And they have lost their first 2 this time around, going down in winnable games away to Brest and at home to Club Brugge. Previous campaigns in Europe suggested Sturm would struggle, as the only time they have played European football into the new year was last season, when they dropped into the Conference League after finishing 3rd behind Sporting in their Europa League section. Despite their underwhelming results on the continent, Sturm have been excellent domestically again though, most notably by beating Red Bull Salzburg 5-0 before the international break. Christian Ilzer's side netted 5 yet again at the weekend, putting local rivals Grazer to the sword, as Sturm sit top of the Austrian Bundesliga and are the division's top scorers. Sporting have also been sensational domestically, winning 8 from 8 in the league so far, but they encountered some difficulties in the cup on Friday, needing a 94th-minute winner from Konrad Harder to beat second-tier relegation candidates Portimonense. That did maintain their unbeaten start, extending it to 11 games, with a draw against PSV Eindhoven on matchday 2 in this competition being the only game Ruben Amorim's side have failed to win this season. Austria has not been a happy hunting ground for Sporting over the years though, as they have only won on one of their 7 trips here, but that was in the meeting with Sturm last season. History could be made if Sporting claim a result too, because after beating Lille and drawing with PSV, Amorim's men have the opportunity to go 3 games unbeaten to start a Champions League campaign for the first time since 1962. They have also never before gone 3 games in a row without defeat away from home in the Champions League, another feat which could be set here, and they will be fancied, considering they have not lost on the road since Atlanta knocked them out of the Europa League in March. Team news. Unsurprisingly given that it was a local derby, Ilzer picked a strong Sturm team against Grazer at the weekend, despite this game being just around the corner. That allowed Mika Biereth to continue his excellent form, as the Sturm striker has 5 goals in 3 domestic games, but is yet to open his account in Europe. On the injury front, John Gorank Stankovic, Gregory Wuthrich and Alexander Borkovic are all sidelined, with Aryan Malik also doubtful with a muscle issue. Sporting rotated slightly for their game over the weekend, with goalkeeper Franco Israel, Janik Adamo, Haida Mesa Morita and top scorer Victor Gyökeres rested. The Portuguese champions also have defensive issues, with Goncalo Inacio, Ousmane Diomande and Mateus Reis currently out injured, but the return of Jeremiah St. Just from injury is a blessing. Further forward, Amorim has problems too, as key men Pedro Goncalves and Marcus Edwards are also struggling with injury at present, leaving most of the goal-scoring responsibilities to Gyökeres, who has 16 goals for club and country this season. Sturm Graz possible starting lineup: Scherzpen, Dazabegovic, Laveli, Iwu, Yalkui, Kaitishvili, Chakwani, Gerhofer, Boving, Biereth, Jada. Sporting Lisbon possible starting lineup: Israel, Debest, St. Just, Quaresma, Janik Adamo, Morita, Jolmond, Nuno Santos, Trincao, Gyökeres, Quenda. We say, Sturm Graz 0-2 Sporting Lisbon. Despite their poor record in Austria, Sporting did end that barren run by winning away to Sturm last season, and even though they are weakened by injuries, the visitors will enter as strong favorites. With 2 defeats from 2 so far, Sturm's European campaign has not got going at all, and despite some fine wins domestically recently, this will be a much sterner test against an unbeaten Sporting. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.